All right, ladies and gentlemen, sit down, gather round, pour you up something nice.
Mhm.
Depending on the weather right now, you're either going to need a super cold drink
Yeah.
or super hot drink. It's up and down, boys. Is your boy Space Boy Elroy here with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Zane, here to bring you the latest and the greatest Hidden Six, episode 75. Let's go.
Ooh, 75, Craig.
Back in the
The back is
building.
aching for sure. Are we getting bunions now? No, I don't hear about bunions anymore. Bunions do exist.
We're gonna hit a point. We're gonna hit a point where we need to be measured in different time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're gonna be like think of something that's fictional that lives for hundreds of years. Except we here, we real,
Yeah, we're just we're
and we ain't going
we're,
nowhere
we're we're everywhere at all
at
times.
all times. We watching.
Man.
How's everything going, Zane?
Everything's going good, Craig. I'm tired as hell, but as soon as I see you, man, I get a little bit of energy and I start waking up, start feeling the vibe again. So I'm blessed. Thank you for that injection. Pause.
Oh man, we got a lot for you guys today.
Mm.
Following back on some of the stuff that we were talking about in our last episode, Diddy still in trouble,
Oh
still
my
getting in
goodness.
trouble. It's not getting any better for him.
The AI stuff in that is getting crazy though.
It's getting out of
I
hand,
saw
bro.
one where they're like, is him and Jigga in a room with a bunch of, but their face and face not blurred out, and they're looking up at the camera like they're caught, and I'm like, what's going on?
Technology,
It's crazy, man.
technology. Let's
Craig will take a
cheers up.
shot. Yeah. And your glass looks bigger than mine.
Cheers to Skynet.
Mm. Ooh.
Spicy.
They do know how to land a rocket though.
It seems like we've made some progress after how many years of Elon Musk blowing shit up. He's
Um,
finally made the first step to getting people onto Mars.
the Zane in me looked at it, and my buddy's like, "You saw that?" I'm like, it's just a giant drone and arms you can close with. They're like, "Yeah, but and I'm like, I don't know. My brain just looked at it. I'm like, you guys been doing this for a while.
It's mid.
Yeah,
The results are in. It was mid.
yeah. So I'm like, oh, it came down. It just for some reason maybe my imagination is so vast.
You
It's
expected
just
that we'd be further ahead by now, or
yeah.
that?
Oh hell
Yeah,
yes,
100%.
hell yes.
Teleportation for
Look
one.
at all
Come on,
the
guys.
videos of F-16 fighter jets that you see, just doing all kinds of. Will pull up, hit a cap off a
Just fucking
Hennessy,
straight up.
smack a girl in the ass, then go nuke a city. Yeah, from Ohio, some football field in Ohio. Yeah, man. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it was still high up, don't get me wrong, but
It
I
looked
think
cool. It looked great.
it's a good
Ryan.
test, but it's
Yeah.
literally like when you have a mini model of something, when people are modeling like a natural disaster or
Yeah.
a big invention that's going to affect like cities,
Yeah.
whatever. You know how you build that small scale
Yeah.
one replica?
Exactly. Robotics class.
You know what I mean? This is almost like that, except it's such a small scale. Like you're not recreating something entering the atmosphere.
Yeah.
This was like a fetch and catch almost. It feels like
Okay.
you went miles, like hundreds of miles, thousands of miles, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's a drop in the bucket compared to Mars and back, for
Yeah, we'll be
example.
back.
You know what I
I didn't
mean?
deal with weather there and stuff like that.
But it's
too.
a step in the right direction. You know
Hey,
what I
we'll
mean?
take it. So
Step
one
in the
day
right
you're gonna
direction.
be in orbit
That's it.
and landing backwards, and hopefully your robot will be waiting for you when you get off. Right?
What is with that? Like, okay, now if we look into future sci-fi movies,
Mhm.
everyone has that companion robot in those movies, right?
Yes.
If you go all the way back to Star Wars, this was predicted in what, the 70s,
They
that
are.
you had a little C3PO,
Yeah.
R2D2 action.
You know what it is? Maybe because we're not yeah, I guess we're in the pioneer stage. We're just being the people that we can't see the vision.
You know what the problem is? The problem is the people. It's the wants. So, like for instance, when you talk about evolution and that side of things and the tech side of things,
Yeah.
they're sooner to build you a waifu
Okay.
than
Okay.
someone that can like
It's super functional.
super functional.
Yeah.
helpful,
Give
you
you
know what I
mouth
mean?
to mouth
Right?
without killing you in the
Right?
house.
Like
All right. All
you've
right.
got
All
like the
right.
Roomba, right? So the Roomba is the innovation, the start of like home cleaning, making tasks easier,
Yeah.
taking something off your plate.
They
You know
stepped
what I
up the
mean?
lawn cutting Roomba, which looked pretty
It's
fly.
pretty dope
Looked
still.
pretty
That
fly.
thing's pretty fucking dope. And then it just fully evolved into like a fucking sex doll. Like we
I've
just
seen
skipped
those.
generation and like everything else that does something in your household, like a folding machine or
Yeah,
like
you want to go back to it like in those World Fair videos
yeah,
where there's something where it'll fold your laundry and bake bread.
it's epic. It's at the same time. And instead,
It's not as pretty, but when you see it, you're like, huh,
some
that's what
sicko
that would look like.
some sicko looked at the Roomba and was like, I wonder if I can stick my dick in this. And
It's
here we are,
incredible.
folks. This is where we at. This is the gap.
Yes, I've seen a Roomba grow in the house with a dildo stuck to it
There
before.
you go.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right then and there. Now, I mean,
Anywhere.
also makes a great doggy skateboard. Those are pretty epic when you see that the pet, the
Yeah,
cat
you
or the
gotta get
dog
small
riding on
enough.
the
Yeah,
Roomba. That's
I
pretty
think
ill.
I one or two babies. I don't know how strong those
That's
things are,
pretty ill still. That's
right?
pretty ill.
But
Look,
oh my goodness.
technology is advancing and for the benefit of humanity in most cases.
So you're not getting a Tesla robot?
I am on the same wavelength as you. I don't think it's real.
It's not.
It's not.
It's a dude named Josh from Connecticut. Answering the guy's question. He's like, "Oh, where are you from?" He's like, "Oh, okay, since San Francisco. Where in San Francisco? Northeast side." And I'm just that's way too even for chat. If you're saying you're using chat, if that's the case for
Yeah.
that. But then a lot of times you've seen it's just dudes in the back of a room with the VR headset
Talk it
on,
in.
talking into.
I just think that we're not there yet. I think that Tesla robot, they're working on so many different things.
Yeah.
And if I could pick any Tesla product, this is probably going to be the lowest on my Christmas
You
list.
really wouldn't want a little robot in the house. If it's my buddy has one. For him it's a flex when you come over really because it plays music for you.
What?
It has a little TV on it.
Is it like
It has
that
a
one at the
camera
bar that
from the
like
hospital almost.
is it the one that like brings you your food at the bar now? You ever seen those ones?
No, Craig, what
Okay.
kind of bars you been going
There's
to?
these bars where
Craig,
they've
hold on.
got servers. The servers are human, and then when the food's ready, bro, they got this little robot that's just.
Is it a table?
Nah,
Does it have a face?
yeah, it's like well, it's super robotic. It's made that way, but it's like I don't know, like 4 feet high, maybe
With a
3, 4 feet.
skirt body where it's
A
like
little
a
skirt,
cylinder.
yeah, yeah, and it's coming up, and it's got it's just got the tray. That's all it does.
Yeah.
It just walks around with a little emoji on its LED screen.
Yeah.
It'll sing you happy birthday. It'll play some music, shit like
It's
that.
like that too. It has a camera on it and stuff like
Okay,
that.
so
So
it's
you
one of
can
those.
answer your phone. You can do a video chat while
That's
you're in the house
sick.
with it.
It sounds cool.
It has a skirt lower half where it's on the wheels.
Yeah.
Where it looks like the one from the Jetsons almost.
That's the one I'd
Right.
want. Judy. That's the
want
one I'd want.
Judy has
No,
class,
it's
bro.
not Judy. That's not her name.
Oh,
Okay.
Judy,
Rosie. I think it's Rosie.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
actually, that Rose is the name of the AI. Okay, we'll tell you about that.
Yo,
one.
they're just copy and
See,
pasting,
she's
bro.
the role of the
Telling
AI
you.
on Telegram,
Really?
which is also known for it's the half of the dark web. A lot of scamming going on there.
Let's roll it back. So
Yeah,
in a previous episode, Chat GPT and any of the like what's it called? The generated voices in them. What inherently happened? They all turned racist. They did, right? We talked
from their
about
programming.
that, right?
From
So
their
what
programming.
happens now when you got a bunch of robots who don't know anything from anything and they all fucking turn racist and they're live like all of a sudden you've got a fucking clan rally, a Tesla clan rally.
Holy shit!
Like,
You go into a field, there's like a bunch of hoods
what
on
the
cars.
fuck's happening
They're like,
here,
"What's
bro?
going on?" Yo?
Disconnect
Bunch
Bluetooth.
of good cars. Like, what you doing around here? That was funny because there was a video of a white dude, and I think Siri was playing Alexa was playing Niggas in Paris, and he's there and he's trying to tell her stop playing, but he can't. She's like, "What song?" So he's like, "Let me see how far." He's sleeping. He has his eyes open, but he's blasting through the house. Got a ball so hot.
One thing that was pretty cool.
I'm like, he's gonna say it. You gotta say it, bro.
You gotta
Like,
let it out.
I'm like, damn, nigga, I heard you.
The Tesla Robo van. I don't know if you saw this.
Oh,
So they've come out with a passenger van. It's like a Sprinter.
yeah, I saw it drop some people
It
off.
looks so futures. It's so cyberpunk, man. Like I think that this thing is so innovative, but also so fucking cringe at the same time.
Uh-oh.
Because you somehow turn this into like again, like a 70s toaster. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah,
bro.
it's always the motif they go with. It's always like,
It's
guys,
so
can
weird, yo.
we coulda, but we are expecting like smooth lines. I get it with like even with the Cybertruck. I get it with certain setups like that while you want to yeah.
Futuristic kind of.
Yeah, I guess, right? But
Doesn't have to be
maybe
that way.
I hear what you're saying, but maybe their designs are just so like basic bucks that it's
I
not
think it's to
really
mass produce it. I think that's why they make it so plain Jane like that. Is that all
just
that
less time
curvature
spent
shit?
on
That's it. Just
machine power to
cookie
smooth
cutter.
curves.
Yeah, like whatever your production line is, straight cookie cutter. You're making rectangles. You're making circles. You're making triangles.
I
Slap
see
that shit
that
together. Throw in some LEDs, which I'm a big fan of.
LEDs make everything. Here's the
But is the
problem
van
though.
purple though?
The problem is though, LEDs make things look nice to a certain level and it can't excel above that.
You say you can't pass that.
It can't there's something about it where it's like it stays as like, okay, cool, nice, but for some reason
Can't get
it
over
it
that.
cheapens and I feel like it cheapens an experience, but then I don't know what kind of lighting you can do to get that effect, right?
I
So
can see like a neon car underlight, for example.
okay,
There's a lot of
okay.
neon cars that are like epic. They look ill. They've made them so that they can change colors. They can do like patterns, all that kind of
Yeah, I've
stuff.
seen the ones where you open your door, you can have like a chick's picture.
Yeah.
The bottom of the
And
door.
then you see these ones now that are like off Timu and they're literally like an LED strip
Yo,
that looks
he
so fucking
does
jank.
not play around. They'll tell you, they'll sell everything.
Yeah, you can get it. You need it, you
You
could
can
get it.
sell everything.
Yeah.
Shout out to the dudes that are like, hey boys, I bought this ratchet set here from Timo. And I'm like, Bob, look.
We all know that that's some bullshit.
Yeah, and how the hell they found Bob?
Yeah, you all know that's a bullshit right
Yeah.
there, bro.
But
That's worse than Ryobi.
I think with the Tesla thing, it's maybe you make a cool party bus,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you probably just set your locations.
Get it to drop
Like
you off.
Old Man's Bluff, Vegas, Niagara Falls, whatever, where the driver is not like, yo, listen, I legally got arrest.
The van's
Like,
like, I'm pulling
nah.
up, no problem.
And then you can make the movie where the van holds everybody by hostage. We're partying till the
It's speed, yeah.
like I can't. Another line, I can't.
Yo, don't let Hollywood get a hold of that script, dude. This
Patent
could be a
pending.
ticket out.
They call it though.
Speed
Yeah,
4.
Speed Demon or
What's-
Party
How
4.
many speeds are made? It's speed 3 or 4. It's whatever the end of speed is. This is the next one.
I think one of the speeds had a boat,
Yo,
like a cruise ship going.
we're getting
crazy.
Keanu back in. Keanu's gonna party this bus up.
No, but I want him to play the guy from Speed 1. Yeah. All his lines is about a bus.
Get it.
Yeah,
Get it.
but he's on a cruise ship and it's crashing.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. Okay, Craig, let's act like we do some professional shit here, okay? Forget that, right? Let's pretend like we know what we're doing here. I went to the Raptors game this week.
we did some. What did we say? We did some sightseeing.
Yeah.
Remember,
Craig,
like in the beginning, not to cut you.
go
I
ahead,
cut
go
you off, I did it.
ahead.
Remember when we used to just be like, what's going on in Toronto pre-COVID, like right when we dropped, and it was like something was always popping.
Yeah, lots
and
of stuff going on.
There's just been like a 60 episode gap of like things happening in your local area.
But it's always the day after you find out.
Yeah.
You're like, that went on last
Yeah.
night? Yeah, my
Things
brother's
are
like,
back and popping.
I'm at Snoop Dogg. I'm here. With the Raptors game.
They face the Celtics,
They
right?
face the Celtics.
Big.
Your boy Grady Dick was going on. All the nicknames are getting screamed out from even the kids.
Oh,
And
really?
the kids are like, "What? It's his name."
Yeah, you almost need like a meme-worthy player at this point. That actually fits the Raptors pretty well.
Holy shit!
He is meme-worthy.
You're kicking our backs today. Shout out to Vince Carter.
So Vince is getting his number retired, and apparently there's a huge push around the city where they're bigging up. They're putting his jerseys up in random spots, like little posters of him. They're really,
cool.
really trying to shine that light on. It's the most Canadian thing. Like it's the most Canadian. Yo, we're sorry. We're sorry, Vince. We're sorry we got mad at you. Sorry we made you leave.
What were we supposed to do with him?
Wasn't much you could at that point. That was a little down slow.
It was just how it works. We just ran that course. But hey, what ran that course were the $30 hot dogs with the terrible buns, which I was so, you know, when you squeeze it and the buns just vagina open now, you just rose petal on you.
You know when the hot dog's still stuck to
Yeah.
the bun and the hot dog are making like they're one almost.
And I'm thinking, I'm like, they don't know their bun game is not on point.
How do you be a stadium and not have like just
Like,
good hot dogs?
You gotta be able
The bare basics, bro. I don't need gourmet, nothing.
I'm not gonna lie, Greasy Days when the Jays are playing, those are not bad.
Schneider's knows what they're doing.
Those are not bad.
But
those are
somebody
not
out
bad.
there, man, if you're listening, if you got any clout in the what's it called? In the in
Not
the
the glizzy
culinary
bun.
scene.
There
Yeah,
you
the
go. There
glizzy
you go. There
culinary
you go.
scene
There
out
you
there.
go.
You need to talk to your boys. Be
Yeah.
like, yo, we need to step this up.
This is
Mans are
not.
paying 30
It's not
bucks for this,
steamed,
bro.
right? It's not yellow.
No,
That white bun.
yeah, that's
Yo,
not
listen.
right.
If you don't get, listen, we're gonna get racist for a second here. Listen, that white bun is trash. Throw that dry white bun out the window.
Have you gone to a hot dog cart ever
Yeah.
in your life?
Yeah, he's just that old Polish guy that runs the chopsticks joint. He
That's-
will give
He
you.
needs to be the ambassador for the
Ivan,
culinary.
where are you?
Mhm.
He pulls out the yellow bun,
Mhm.
steaming,
He gets that right.
and it's soft.
He gets it
Greg.
right. He gets it right for a fraction. of
Almost
a
like
piece.
the bun can almost compete with the
with the actual
glizzy
dog, with
of
the
being.
contents of the dog.
So I don't really need you. Wait, is the hot dog the side and the bun
Is the main? Are we paying for the bun?
Pushing this too
Dog?
much here. Yeah, we're changing it too much here. Too much here.
So you
Too
go
much.
in. So okay, you get a nice Scotiabank experience. You
Yes.
get some wraps in like not peak form.
But winning, they won.
They did
Yes.
against a good team.
I get to see some of the most overpriced players.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe I take that back.
No.
Well,
If you're talking about the Celtics. If you're talking about the Raptors. then-
That too, right?
yeah.
I lost my phone. It
Oh.
fell in the seat in front of me, and there's a Wi-Fi box right in that seat, and you can't see the phone. Just the way that everything's designed really tight.
Yeah.
So I went to the maitre d' or whatever the guy is, and this, of course, is an old guy, and you're like, you don't want him going. I'm like, pops, no. And he's like, let me get it for you. I'm like, you don't have to.
You're looking at your
Now
wallet.
everybody's looking at me.
Look.
I'm all shiny. Everybody's like, oh, really, big man? You're gonna let the old dude like get on his knees, get gum under his hand,
Take through all that
yeah,
soiled
up
beer.
my nose
That's
away. The goop behind every arena seat that exists to fish your phone out. And I looked around and I'm like, that's great customer service. You're damn right I
exactly
would.
what
I
I'm gonna
spend
do.
my money for this.
That's it. He
Pop,
lay his
hey,
life on
check
the
that
line
corner
for this.
over there. I'm like, babe, call my phone. Call my phone. I'm like, you know what? It's fine. Because the game.
I ain't gonna hear shit.
Yeah, I started to get a little embarrassed. I was like, okay, fine. Okay, all right. I'm like, I'll check after. Dude, I see the team comes in. Of course, this looks like the whole maybe the starting 10 of any company.
Yeah.
You got Jake from HR, you got Saj from finance, you got your marketing guys. Maybe the grunt down in shipping and receiving, maybe
He
he'll
might
get a
get a
call
little-
up, maybe
yeah.
he'll get a come to the game.
Yeah.
And of course, you got Jeff, general manager, sitting there with the slogan of the team slogan there. And I'm like, I looked at my girl and she's like, don't. And I'm like, I need to get my phone. Let me sprinkle some crack on this guy. So I hit the slogan. It was like, we are the people, but the people are first kind of stuff. And I'm like, he's like, you're damn right. And I'm like, got him. I'm like, hi, what's your name? He's like, whatever, Jeff. I'm like, hi, I'm Zane. I'm like, Jeff, we're going to be great friends. Besides you being a team player and a great company, man, I see you brought your team out here. Everybody had those like bubble like vest jackets.
The little
That, like,
corduroy.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, man. I'm like, my phone's behind your seat, and I just at some point, if you go away, you're gonna see me dig.
I'm gonna be digging through your shit right
Yeah. Hand all up in it. And he said, you know what, Zane, we're gonna get your phone right now. And I'm like, no. And he
Good
went
guy.
down. So the big boss went down. The guys are looking at me and they're like, this guy.
He's like, you see, folks. He's
They're
like, I'm
like-
never too big.
Use the moment, right?
All those corporate layoffs we did last month.
There's
See
the-
what kind of guy I am.
I'm a
I
man,
didn't want to
people's
do
man.
that.
Yeah. I got my hand in the seat, Gook. He got my phone.
That's
I-
a nightmare, bro.
Yeah.
That's a nightmare anytime. So you got it back.
I got it back.
And
I
that
was
was like,
fine.
all right, business as usual from this point on, right? Raps games are always entertaining for me. Like,
Mhm.
I love the crowd engagement. I like that it kind of represents so many classes in Toronto for the Raps game,
That's true.
where everybody from your white collar down to the kids in the stands, getting to see their first game. And
Yeah.
it kind of feels like everybody's won in that moment. You
The
can
camera
feel
shot of when the jumbotron's on somebody they don't
it's
notice.
so ill.
And the one person next to them be like, oh, fuck, we're on it. And they're like, oh, shit, you're on it too. Nah.
They get
The
all
one
hyped
kid
up.
that's twerking, little kid that's going crazy. Yeah, it's. I'm not going to lie. You're like, where's the camera? Where are they? Try to get a shirt or a towel.
Good luck.
It just, for some reason, whenever we sit, it's just that block never gets any love.
Yeah, what is it
get
with
the
that?
black
You're in like a blackout area? Yo.
But then the dude 4 rows down, who clearly is either on the group or know somebody because he's hugging and kissing all the staff.
And he's banked like
And
4 shirts. And he's just
oh,
got a collection.
oh, that kid in the ponytail, man, and the
Yeah.
Jays, I'm looking at him, I'm like, yo, stop, just chill out, bro. He's
Yeah.
got a girl pull a jersey out the back. Of course, I saw a dad use his daughter because he's like, yo, you promised my daughter a shirt. And I'm like,
Fuck.
babe, stop crying. Start to figure some shit. Because you want some souvenirs, right? But it is what it is, man. I'll hit some gnarly traffic on the way back, of course.
Of course.
Traffic, of course. But we won. I see we're trying to work on the bench a little bit. That's what they kind of lost the lead for a bit. But our starting guys, they look good. There's no walking the ball down the court. It's all like
High
back
tempo.
foot. It's all back. Get up. Let's go. Get up. Let's go.
And it's good when it's like, for you guys, it's preseason game, right?
Yes,
So
yeah.
you got to be like, you got to take it with a grain of salt because, again, everything's not on the line. But
Yeah.
these dudes in Toronto, the Raptors, are competing for jobs. There
Mm.
are maybe 3 people that you know are safe on that roster.
Yeah, those
Maybe
ones that
3
make the
people.
news.
You know, they just signed up Scotty. You know, he's untouchable right now, right?
Mhm.
We got Barrett. We know that he's kind of the go-to guy for that right now. But outside of that, the remainder of the roster is wide open.
Scotty looked good because he was injured last season.
They're either competing to stay on that roster or to get a good trade value, to get a
Okay.
bag. You know what I
Don't
mean?
don't listen to Pirtle.
Hurdle definitely said what everybody was saying. Paid him for that because
That's
this
true.
guy had,
All the energy I had for the
yo, we
Raptors.
shipped him out for a chip. He came back willingly, and then he's like, "I'm gonna tell you guys how it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna shit
I've
on the
seen
team.
some shit about God. I've seen some shit."
You don't know what's out there, man.
Yeah. So with that being said, he's like, "Yeah, we're not gonna win a lot of games."
The Leafs
Love
have
that.
been winning though.
The Leafs are off to a really good start, and that's
Yeah.
what everybody wants. But again, we have 80 games before we can figure out who the Leafs really are. See, the Raptors, you know who they are day one. You know who they are right now.
Right on. I
The
hear you.
Leafs are always going to be that playoff contender with the roster they've got. It's only when we get to the playoff
Yeah.
where Austin
Shit
60
start making
goals
sense. Yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
that shit goes right out the window. Say, yo, what are we getting out of these guys
Like
for
stop
the
telling
next
us
couple
all
weeks?
year.
Yeah,
Yeah. Holy
So
shit, Craig.
I got the opportunity to go to my first Leafs game. Which
Yeah,
was
buddy.
awesome to say. They won 6-2. They faced
Which
the LA
blows
Kings.
my mind. I remember when I asked
it.
Craig that, I was so dumbfounded. I'm like, what?
I couldn't
And
believe
the
it.
first thing that Craig said is like, can't afford that shit.
I can't afford that fucking shit at all, bro.
And I'm
We got
like,
blessed with some free tickets,
nice.
and I got the experience that I forgot existed. So I played some
Okay.
hockey when I was younger.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I guess being on the ice versus being in the stands is a bit of a different experience. But you
Okay.
forget like the sound of the sticks, the sound of the shots, the
Yeah,
puck
hearing the
hitting the
calls.
board.
Yeah, yeah,
Man gets a
yeah.
good clean hit in. You feel it, you hear it, you see the boards wobbling. And it's all the stuff that you still get on TV, but it hits a little different when the intro, the way that they introduce the Leafs, the way that they get the crowd hyped
That's always a
up.
good part.
They do such a good job. And the crowd, this Leafs crowd, man, I don't know if you're out there, but if you're listening and you're like a Leafs regular, what is wrong with y'all, man? These
Uh-oh.
guys are the most entitled, boring ass crowd I've ever
They're not
fucking
like, yeah, they're
seen,
not.
bro.
The Raptors people always get loud. Yeah,
Always.
we're gonna make, even if nothing's going on, we're making some noise.
Zane, I shit you not, they had simulated crowd noises. I shit you not. The Jumbotron
That
and
is
them,
football, but
Yeah.
I didn't think of it as a
they had simulated fucking crowd
I thought of it as a tool to use against the
opponents.
other team,
Yeah, maybe.
but I didn't know we can use it to simulate.
They're trying to hype the crowd up. And again, like I thought it was
You're like, who's screaming?
I thought it was in a game of fucking NHL 25. Like
Imagine that the
playing
fake
fucking-
Jumbotron with the fake wave, and
Yeah.
you're looking, and no one's doing the wave.
real, bro. For real. And like they go all out, bro. When they're singing the anthems, I saw a ground crew come out, and they've
Mhm.
got flags, and they got a Canadian flag that's got to be like fucking
That's
30 feet,
right.
and everybody's rippling
They're
it.
screaming.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it felt like that was a chore for
Did you
these
freak-
guys.
Do people freak out on those things?
I don't know necessarily. If you're
Ready?
phobic,
That's my next horror movie move.
what, you stuck under a flag?
This flag just like gets sucks to
Kill
the
the flag.
seat.
But bro, like, yeah, there was a lot of little banter and chatter amongst the crowd, right? Like we were up in the third row. We weren't like front row or nothing like that. So I'm like, all right, we're kind of with the blue collar right here. Maybe these people fought hard for these tickets. They know what time it is. They want to have a good time. Nah, bro. All it was these very subtle like chirps and claps. Like every time a good play got made, like a save, a nice hit, a
Wow.
good shot, and a whistle got blown, it would always be a little.
Craig, I can't
It
be
was
the
like
most hyped
tennis.
guy at the Leafs
It
game.
was like tennis, bro.
I was
Like,
screaming.
yeah.
I gotta go. I was exhausted when I went home too.
Oh, that's the way you gotta be, right? That's the way you gotta be. Now, I didn't feel like that was gonna.
Did you scream
No,
at
I
the
didn't get
ref?
overly hyped. I
Wow.
didn't get overly
No.
hyped. Yeah, yeah, I did. I
I
did my
want to.
booing. I did my booing. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
I'm telling you, like these guys scored 6 goals, man. How could you not be excited right now? And then it's like as soon
That's
as
sick.
I think they hit 5-0 by the time that the Kings came back, and you start seeing people leaving the whole bit, bro. I couldn't believe it. So entitled. I was very upset with y'all.
All
Y'all need
right.
to
See
fix
that,
up.
guys? Craig was in the trenches. Now, besides that, how was your experience
Hmm.
outside of?
Overall,
Yeah.
highly recommend if you can get free tickets. Do not pay for them.
You just said it.
Do not spend your hard-earned money on that, people.
If you're entitled, however,
And then by all means, all you go there. You'll be loving it.
Craig, Leafs game is on my bucket list. You're making me take it off because I'm gonna snap if I go there and I'm the one. Rap gamer shitting on the ref. Yeah, when I love when Dave in the suit
Mm,
and a dude with a tattoo on his face, they both screamed clear path at the same time.
nice,
I'm like, I love it.
nice.
Yeah. It's so okay. So the Leafs, I see what's going on there. It's too much money, man.
I
It's
think
just
it's
too
what it
much
is,
money.
man. Is everybody there and they're like not interested? This is what the fourth. I think it was the fourth game of the season,
You
and
didn't
it's
make
almost
you
like
didn't
yeah, we
chuckle
know.
with anybody in the seats around
Yeah,
you.
you get a little
A
1-2.
banter.
Yeah, you get a little one
Okay.
two, right? But at the
Yeah.
same time, like I'm expecting a whole different atmosphere. Like when I go to a Jays game, as an example,
It's the TV be setting us up. Are
that-
they playing fake audio?
I'm telling you, man. Like these, only time I heard people chanting "Go Leafs, go" is when Carlton Bear, the mascot, is out there with a drum in your ear, right beside you.
Greg's like, thanks, Carlton.
Only
You
time
got
these
it. I
guys-
remember you.
and they could not get one chant to you and me sitting across this table.
Yeah.
You could start the chant, you couldn't get it over to me.
They don't. No one's responding. The caller
Nobody.
responds.
You couldn't. They couldn't get hype,
Come
bro.
on.
Where you go to a Jays game, that wave goes all around, section to section. You
Yeah,
go
the
to a
Raptors game, they bait you with a shirt. They're like, you want a shirt?
when I go to a
Say it.
Raps game, I'm the most animated. That gets me so animated at a Raps game. The fucking pyrotechnics when the flames hit.
And you almost get jealous when you see another corner, another group, like they're having way more fun than you.
You're like,
There's
"Nah,
a
you
big
can't do
laugh.
that.
You're like, why they have
Do that.
and they're in worse seats than I am.
Looking at my section like, yo, are we really
Yeah,
like this
wait,
right
is
now?
this lame? Or you guys gonna let them do that to us?
Mm.
All right. So that being said, Leafs, get your shit together.
Leafs fans,
Yeah, come on, guys.
Leafs.
Come on.
pull through, continue, carry on. Good
Mm.
job. Great job. Marvelous. Marvelous.
Are you taking in any Halloween festivities yet, Craig?
I went to Halloween Haunt last night. I did. So
How was
it's
that?
something that I've tried to do consistently for the last 5 years.
You're a traditional man, Craig.
I missed last year's,
All right.
and we invited people out this time. Usually it's me and the wifey that go and check it out.
Why you didn't send the invite? Wow.
All right, you got me there.
Guys, now you know me and Craig
You
are
got
really
me
not
there.
friends, eh?
You got me there.
Hey.
That's my bad. That's my bad. So we get
We could
there.
have done the double bubble thing.
You know what?
It was funny because the wife shaped me
100%.
today. She's like, I would like to go one time. I'm like, go where to the pod? I'm like, what would you guys do?
I didn't even think of
Talk?
it, bro.
Like, what? Go shopping? There's no Targets up there. Just left the
I
house.
feel so bad. I didn't even think of it right
I
there.
think we went one time. Well,
Yeah.
I can't remember, man. I can't. It's been so long. But was the experience worth it?
It was a little difficult this time. So
oh shit.
something I think is the combination of the nice weather in October that we're having,
Mm.
right? Along with just the timeline, leading up to Halloween, that there were, I want to say something like triple the people there that I'm used to seeing.
Because people would rather go than go the night of.
When
Because
I
remember
go-
when the vibe was to go the week before it closes?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's usually when I go, right
Yeah,
around then,
yeah.
right around then. But it's usually cold, it's rainy.
Mm,
People aren't feeling it that way, right? Like you really got to be about it to go. You got to sit in there, you got to shiver it out.
yeah.
This one was like comfy, weather's nice, good night to go. It's a Saturday.
Yay, comfortable shoes.
So long to get in that parking lot, bro. So long.
The
That place
lineup.
was the most packed I have ever seen it, bro. Like even the security and the staff were overwhelmed, bro. I didn't walk through one metal detector, Zane. I could have
Yeah.
had whatever on me and it was going in, bro. I'm telling you, they did
Yeah.
absolutely nothing to prevent that.
He's taking the Mickey.
I wish, right? My next boy met us there with his wife. He got in for free. He literally went to pay at the gate, and the dude looked at him and just said, "Yo, just go."
Don't you hate when your friends get lucky like that?
Right? And you're like, bro,
You're like, what do you? Yeah.
I want a refund. I want a refund right now. So, okay.
Like, yeah.
So parks open from 7 till midnight. For those of you that don't know, Canada's Wonderland is our biggest attraction as far as amusement parks go
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Canada,
yeah.
right? In Canada, it's got the best rides, the most rides, and
Close thing to like Six Flags or whatever. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
comparable to a Six
Yeah.
Flags. And we have a Halloween themed event where they convert certain things into like mazes, and they have people dress up in costume, makeup, the whole bit. And the whole vibe is you can go on coasters, you could go into spooky mazes. It's just an overall good vibe, right? They transform the park. It's dark. They've
Yeah.
got fog machines. They got lighting. All that kind of shit is set up, right? We got there, so we anticipated to arrive by 8. Parks open 7 till midnight, 5 hours. Sounds like tons of time to get everything in that you need, right? Get there. It's already 9 o'clock because we were there for 2 hours waiting to get in, right? Just into the parking lot. Just into
Now,
the parking lot.
Craig, sorry to cut you. At this point, this is where man, my guy would be like, "Yo,
We're turning around.
we're gonna go get something to eat
Yeah.
and go." To
Yeah.
But I commend you guys for there was no point when you were like, "Let's abort the mission."
So we had invited people, and it felt
You
like
had to
now,
link. It's a link and build. You had to link.
it felt like now it was your mission to give to entertain, to give them a good time, to show them what you love about it.
Where were they?
They were with us.
They were in the car.
A couple people with us, and a couple
Now,
people
did
met
they
up.
say? Did they say? Okay, you guys didn't have the discussion in the car.
We had already bought tickets,
Okay, so we're committed.
non-refundable.
But I mean, this is unspoken. Okay, you can't take that. Okay, okay,
Can't
okay.
take
okay.
it back.
Yeah,
No takesies back.
Take backsies. Okay, okay.
So we finally get in, and now it's like 9:30, right?
yeah,
So we're like soft. We still got 3 hours to kill it. No problem. So there's 7 mazes. There's 7 overall attractions, which is kind of like bang off your bucket list at Halloween.
you
right?
go by. You the maze were like you can see the poster for the mazes.
Right.
It was like girl with doll,
Yeah.
clowns,
Yeah. Spooky.
headless horseman.
That kind of shit.
Yeah,
Right?
which one did you pick?
So we did 3. So we ended up going to one that was called the Crypt, and it was essentially like kind of like mummies and shit like that.
Cool.
That was pretty dope.
I'm
yeah.
down.
Like
I'm down.
mummies and
Down.
ghouls. We
Yeah,
had another one that was like
mummies and ghouls.
one was like reptilia, like almost like some predator shit. Like there's
Okay,
a bunch of
okay.
fucking lizards,
Lizard
and there's a
thing
bunch of
ones and that.
spiders
Okay,
and shit like
okay,
that.
okay.
And then we had another one which was a 2-for-1. It was called like a haunted manor, like spirit manor, where it
Oh,
was like
shit.
an old, maybe like 40s house, 50s house.
Yeah.
And then it was like all these, spirits that are there that still haunt the house.
Floors slamming
Right?
boards.
Yeah, so you got like
yeah.
photos where dude would drop the photo frame out and he would like bleh, that kind of shit there. And it doubled up into their
Did
new
they
track.
get you any a couple jump scares?
I got a couple, yeah. Yeah, I
like
don't. They got me.
they got you good.
In the mazes wasn't so bad. So the last one they had was the new attraction, and it was called the Deep Sea or something like that, and it was essentially like an
Yeah,
evil marine
merman.
biology experiment where they're
Merman.
combining humans and fish and shit like
Oh,
that.
Okay.
That one wasn't as good, honestly.
Correct
They could
you.
have done a little
Then
better.
I'll go for the fishy thing.
They could have done a little
Mac
better.
ain't going in there.
So the first one we get into, right? We get into a line, and there's no like, hey, it's this long before you get in. They don't tell you. It's just you see the line.
You
and
fall, you
decide.
walk, and then you this is the line, and you realize how far it's going.
Exactly.
It's nighttime.
So they
That's the shit about Wonderland. You can't see
can't tell what's going
because
on.
remember it's all corrals.
Yeah.
So when sometimes we used to walk through them, skip past some people and shit. Kids still do that.
Oh, 100%.
You're like, skipping line will never be a thing we would get.
butter line
Yeah.
cutter. So
You start mumbling.
we get into this one line, right? Because it's 9 o'clock. So I said, yo, we're just going to go to the closest one. Because if we wander around trying to find what line is the shortest, we're going to waste
Yeah.
an hour, which we could use to get in, right? So we got to stand in line for 45 to an hour. So be it, right? Sure enough, the first line up was probably 45 minutes to get into this maze, right? They had shut down their go-kart track in Wonderland. And you literally, I shit you not, you got onto the go-kart track and you did a lap before you got in to the attraction.
That
You
was
actually
so-
did a lap on the go-kart
Was there
track
anything
on foot.
on there? Or no, it's just
Nothing,
the
just
track.
people, just foot traffic.
You're just walking, just watching, like, oh, this is really weird.
It was almost like a figure 8, like a loop-de-loop.
Oh,
And you literally had to go up as if you completed a lap, back around, and then
It would have
in.
made sense if they dressed up the go kart track.
That would have been nice. or
Yeah.
something. Just have
Yeah.
something to keep you entertained in
Okay.
the meantime.
Damn,
We
Craig.
made friends with a lovely Gen Z kid. He was a great kid. We asked him to describe Skibbity for us. We tried to get him to break it down.
Okay.
We couldn't come to
Did he
couldn't
know
come to
what
common
Skibidi
ground.
was?
He kind of broke it down a little bit, and then he said, "I have no problem teaching boomers," and we were totally misidentified there.
Yeah,
And I was like,
that's
"Fuck you,
offending.
Billy."
You misidentified me. Yeah. Jeez. What's Skibidi?
Essentially, it's used in the place of like silly or sarcastic. So you would say like "you're Skibbity."
I've never
If
heard.
you said something that was like out of pocket, I'd be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you're Skibbity."
No, out of pocket seems
Sounds fucking
fitting.
stupid, right?
Yeah, all right. Really,
Sounds
geez, all
stupid.
right. All
And I
right.
love it because my favorite thing about this Billy, yo, he even said his generation's doomed. When we had that
He knows it,
conversation,
rap.
he's like,
There
"Yeah,
has
we're in a
been
lot
that
of trouble."
there has been that talk because the kids
They know.
they have so much information, they know that we know they're trash.
Yeah.
And they don't like it, but
Nah,
it's
but I gotta
hard on
accept
them.
it,
Yeah,
right?
because
What are you gonna do?
they know what we're comparing them, what our standards are for survival.
And they're up to date with how things have happened. They know history better than most people do, right?
Yeah.
So they know what the other generations are known for, historical events, shit like that. They're actually pretty up to speed on that. They're smart kids.
Enough to know that they ain't got it.
Yeah, so they
Smart
almost
enough
feel
to know
like
they
they're
ain't
just
got
laying
it.
down on the sword at that
Yeah,
point.
shout out to all the guys that don't have it, man. Yeah, my boy, he said he went to one of those haunted farm things.
Hmm.
It was like a corn maze, but
Mm.
it's like really nice. You know, they'll cut certain parts of the maze out,
That
like
would be
crop
pretty cool.
circle stuff, and they have stuff in there.
Yeah.
So he said he went. I'm like, yo, they got you. He's like, yo, they got me, bro. He's like, I'm like, in front of your daughter, you scream like a schoolgirl. He's like, I screamed like 5 schoolgirls.
In my mind, I think I was still on the 401 while I was there. I think that's why. Usually I'm there, you know
In
what I mean?
traffic, you're like,
This one, the first that when we finally got in, I was still over the finding parking,
yeah.
the fucking, yo, shout out to the legends out there that like go move the cones over so you can sneak in, do the whole thing like that. But it was just like getting there was the biggest task. Like I feel like Halloween Haunt was getting to Halloween Haunt. It was not inside the park.
It was a haunting experience.
bro.
Well, now you know for next time. I kind of have a question if you see a certain demographic, but I didn't want to be toxic at all. We're going to try to stay local with the news here, right? This is a news part of the segment.
I'd still highly recommend
right?
it.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
Shout out to my boy Mac. He went to Oktoberfest, which seems like a thing you would
Really?
do.
I would love that.
But he also dressed up in like the leader hosen
lederhosen?
and shit.
The whole
Yeah,
thing with
he
it?
looked good. Shout out to you,
Yeah, yeah,
Mackenzie.
yeah.
Him and his wife. She got dolled up too. They all went out there. He said it was like a country club spot. So he's also a new family member of the Six. Loves the show. So it's a lot of support.
Good
yeah.
for you,
So
man. Anyone who
when
can pull off a sick pair of
when I asked him, I'm like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah, he's gonna do it." But you can see in his eyes, he's the one like, "Yo, this guy's gonna judge me hard." But he's committed.
he's
And I'm
in
like,
it.
you know what, bro? That's living with that's what married couples do, bro.
Yeah.
This is big grown folk cop
Yeah.
cosplay.
Little
Yeah.
sacrifice, you know?
Because I saw his outfit, I thought it would have been like almost comical, like in regards to like Halloween costume, man.
See them wooden shoes.
But the buckles and shit, he could get
pulled it off.
It looks like it's a thing.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, it's the real if you get hit with one of those buckles, you're gonna bleed, right? So shout out to you, man. Yeah, you guys have fun to play dress up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, have fun to play
Ain't
dress
nothing
up.
wrong with
Yeah,
that.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Oh
man.
my goodness.
What else we got? So now, like I was saying with the news, your boy Justin Trudeau had an interview. Before that, the news said that hey, we had some diplomats from India that were kicked out.
There was
big
bad
time.
blood for a minute. There was
Yeah,
bad
yeah,
blood
yeah.
where
We covered it here as well.
our embassy was essentially kicked out of India.
Mhm.
There was some bad relations back and forth where they said, you know what, we don't want y'all motherfuckers here. And we said, okay, we'll leave.
Some of this is in like to way back, not way back, which was mentioned this where about a year or so ago.
This was the murder
where the
of
dude in BC, where,
Correct,
yeah, where
correct.
he was just an opposition leader from that side of town, and of course, so what they're saying now is that pretty much what allegedly the Indian government is, whatever beefs they got with mans in the hood over here, they're letting the mans on road over here deal with the beefs.
oh fuck.
And sorry guys, it's dark. It's kind of sick. It's kind of cool because it's not the espionage we'll think. When you think espionage and American stuff is like arsenic in Craig's tea because
It's
he go to Timmy's every day. So we paid the lady that make the Timmy's to poison him. No, it's get Bob, Rajesh, and Singh and the cousins and go club the shit out of this guy. Yeah, it's just you kind of respect the the greasiness of it and the energy of it too, because even the whatever remaining diplomats left here,
Yeah.
they're like, Yo, I'm not going to court. You guys are not telling me.
We're not taking this. We're not taking it that far.
Listen, one thing
They're taking a real boots on the ground approach.
when you meet someone that we know it's wrong, they know it's wrong, but they're so strong in their
What are you gonna
convictions.
do
You're
about it?
almost like, wait, am I wrong?
What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, they're calling your bluff right now. And to see Trudeau's face, considering all the things he's been involved in,
He's not ready for that pressure to be
he's-
applied, eh?
He's
about to snap.
It was so comical.
He's about to tell you
his
what
eyes.
it is.
He's like, guys, I was jerking off to waifus, and you motherfuckers want to give me a break. He tried to hit the sleight of hand when he's saying, "Oh, look, the Poly Pilev and his boys, they've been talking to some of the guys too." We're like, yes, we know you guys are all scammers.
Yeah, we're all aware of it. Don't try to be like,
no,
look at it.
yeah,
We know you foul.
yeah. Look over there.
And Jagmeet Singh just there standing on business. He's getting clips of him just out, ready to brawl.
Which is weird because you think that would be the most official link.
Right.
Right?
Right. But he's just showing like, yo, we're applying pressure out here.
Yeah.
We're applying pressure. No farm.
He's
food,
like,
dog.
I'm a real Canadian. You think that's his move, eh?
I think that
unite the farmers, get the farmers vote.
Well, I think at the end of the day, like you get to this boiling point in politics where right or wrong, like a fuck up's a fuck up. You know what I mean? So when people are committing to 4-year terms, as an example,
yeah,
you are promised a certain amount in that timeline, right? Now, some people get handed a shit bag. So sometimes you could say, he did the best with what he had. Like Trudeau has dealt.
He inherited the shit. Yeah. That's a big line.
That's a big line. Downs, but at the end of the day, when it comes to taking L's, there's no bigger L than politics. When you take a political L versus a political dub, it registers on such a higher level, right? So when you're getting backed down by the fucking voters, when the general community, when the general census is like, we're not feeling you, imagine
when it's
that.
when it's known, it's I always think of it like I don't even think about politics. I'm like, yo, how do you as the person feel that nobody in the school likes you?
Yo, they're attacking
and the school, bro. The school knows it. It's in the PA system. Trudeau to the office. Yeah. The man them have beef.
Listen, at the end of the day, someone's got to make the tough decisions. And a lot of time there's so many people whispering in your ear, it might not fall on just that one person.
Yeah.
But you are the face of a nation. And when shit's not going well, and the ones that you've pissed off the most, frankly, is the Canadian. Like, and I'm using the Canadians are the ones.
A lot of people that I'm meeting, they're very upset.
Patriotic fuckers.
I met a dude and he's just
off the wrong.
He's driving his truck and he's like, bro, the government take all my taxes.
You pissed off the wrong people, bro. You pissed off people that have given blood, sweat, and tears for upwards of 30, 40, 50,
late
60
bloomers.
years.
Canada's are late bloomers in regards to standing up for themselves.
That's it.
Yeah.
I've seen it all. And
we're just going to swing.
That's how they're feeling now, right? Is all of a sudden Canada's kind of losing that nice guy attitude, but we're doing it to ourselves. We're not showing this face to no other nation. We're still fucking, hey, Switzerland, hey, Finland.
We hold it down. Yeah, we're still respectable.
Yeah. Business.
But when I'm in the house, I'm scrapping my brother.
Toxic ass fuck inside these borders.
Swinging in the house, brothers going tumbling over shit.
To eat
you guys,
man,
Margaret.
So I like that pressure gets applied because I feel like the best examples I have are what you've told me from your examples back home, where the man literally gets pelted by rocks.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying I like that.
Oh, it was funny because it was an old lady,
right?
Where she's like, "Yo, I had enough." Where
Trudeau got a shoe.
We don't even know this there.
This
lady probably has a radio and she was listening to the regular news. But she's like, you know what? I had enough of this. I'm going down to the city.
That's it. And I like what that.
Come on, where you going? She just went. Could you imagine? This lady leaves her house. We're talking about a story that we covered here where a lady on my island of St. Vincent, she threw some rocks at the president, just like someone did here to Trudeau.
Like, stop that.
It's like an old lady, right? So it's like, imagine her day. Where did she choose to pick up? Did she like map this? Is it premeditated, this rock throw? Did she see this spot like, them rocks? This is the chosen. This is it.
Ground.
Were these rocks collected over years? Was she collected for all each rock considered all the sins of the prime minister? He's like, yo, when you didn't help that school. But we're gonna get into that because there's a whole lot of things with the hurricane and people.
people being approachable as politicians
Touchable.
and being
You could
accountable.
get touched.
Exactly. I like the
Okay.
accountability that it comes down to, right? Because these guys are responsible for a lot of shit that goes down, right?
Okay.
So you should, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure as certain politicians, they feel it internally. Like you got to have big shoulders to be able to take a job like that, right?
Yeah.
But when you're a nation as big as Canada is with the amount of people, the fact that you can get touched, I like that aspect of it. Is
Yeah. You
that
could
you
get
got a
pulled up.
real problem? They talk about go, you got a problem, go see your
Guys,
counselor, go see
but
your MP, da 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 da.
never stop at the Timmy's.
No,
You don't want to get touched? That's the perfect place.
that's where it's gonna go down,
Yeah.
right?
That's why America, if America had Tim Hortons, they would have, even my cousin, he calls me, he's like, Tim Hortons sucks. So I'm like, okay, whatever.
Say you hit Trump's at a Starbucks.
They don't have the ipso facto chain.
Yeah,
That's where it's like, it's American.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tim Hortons, it's Canadian as it
It's Canadian as
gets, bro.
fuck.
Maybe even a story comes out. I'll tell you about that later, right? Now what else we got, Craig? I saw something this week and I thought about it. I'm like, okay, yo, everybody's hype. Big Meech is home.
I didn't even
Free
know till
Meech,
you told me, bro. And I
right?
feel like as a hip hop aficionado, I
Yeah,
failed. Even
he's
though
the
he's not
gas.
necessarily hip hop,
Yeah,
he's cultured.
cultured,
He's
right? Because
cultured.
we've heard a lot of influence. So Big Meech now, it's like the legends of like when you have John Gotti,
Yeah,
you hear like mafia stories and stuff, and you hear gangster stories and stuff like that. Jimmy Hoffa, Escobar, all these things, these guys' names have been in songs and in stories and in influence script.
right.
What was BMF?
BMF, Black
Big
Mafia
Show,
Family,
Big Show,
huge, huge
Big
show.
Show, Big
Before
Show.
anybody, like they already knew who these people were. It was well
Yes,
documented. But
yes.
50 took these guys and essentially put this story into the spotlight that
And if
people
that
weren't
person,
aware of.
right,
Right?
wasn't who they were, 50 wouldn't have wanted to tell the tale, right?
So Big Meech he was incarcerated in 2005, and back then, he was all the talk of the town, but he was
Yeah.
also in the background in such a way where this dude, man, was clearing millions and millions and millions of dollars. This dude was doing the most extravagant shit. Like he could have a tiger pull up to the party.
Yeah.
You know what I
They
mean?
said a lot of the stuff were very extravagant.
Very, very.
And part of me,
And getting away with it.
Craig, I like decadence, bro.
He bought a billboard.
I like me some bougie shit, Craig,
Yeah.
because then I'm like, yes, I deserve to be here, right? So when I hear stories, they said even for the rappers on a lower scale,
Yeah.
he used to buy all the bottles from the club.
Facts.
So when you
couldn't even
come,
get one
you had to go.
and take one.
He's like, yo,
with him.
you can get, just come check me.
And you're like, nah.
And he's not coming to be like, yo, I'm here. He's like, hi, Craig.
Yeah,
What's up?
yeah.
I'm Meech. I'm probably looking at some business in your territory.
I might take over the block.
Here's my card. Take a bottle. Take a bottle. Just one, though, for 10 of your boys. Right?
Yeah.
And
Fucking
a
peon.
lot of people say he's just very nice, sweet guy. Now, the new generation now is saying, oh, this guy's killer, whatever. We knew. Now, what do you say to that? Do you say we're glorifying someone who's violent?
I don't feel like he was, though. I feel like they started off in, I'm going to butcher this part of it.
Nice.
They started in the 90s, I want to say, or the early 2000s. And,
Sure, they had roots before that.
well, they never tried to get it to that point. Meech's whole philosophy was like, everybody's getting money. Like, it's
Sick.
when they say, like, bro, why you got to be mad? There's so many girls in here. Why you fucking
Yeah,
beefing with
relax,
another
bro.
man?
Yeah, just
Meech's
relax.
philosophy was exactly
Yeah,
that.
Craig.
Meech's philosophy was like, yo, I'll pull up, I'll give you a job. You can fucking drive the dope. You can sell the dope. You can drive the money. You can count the
Yeah,
money.
pick a
You can
spot.
whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
Then he's like smart like that because he's like, that's less problems for me down the timeline.
Keep you busy.
I got you with more money than you ever could have in your life, with no problems. Everything's running business as usual. You've got no reason to throw me under the bus. You got no reason to derail this car. You're like, everybody is just as important in their role within
Yeah.
BMF. So I feel like his business model was like top notch. You know what I mean? But in the streets, things are going to get sticky at the end of the day.
Greed is a motherfucker.
That's
bro.
it, right?
Greed is
So
a
whether it's
motherfucker.
internal or whether it's, you're stomping
Yeah.
on somebody's turf, right? He's like, listen,
Pride.
he's like, listen, if I could get this brick for this much and you paying this, you stupid. That's just pride at that point, man. You got to tuck that to the side, So I don't feel like personally it's glorifying anything. yes, there's a lot of people that are affected by drugs. There's a
Yeah.
lot of things that happen in the inside of the crime and the black market. But at the
Yeah.
same time, Meech isn't the one that was holding the gun. Meech isn't the guy that's,
It is representative of a culture and a time and an
yeah,
era.
yeah,
Yeah, where
facts,
these things were possible.
facts. Like, do you feel like Meech is like a menace to society?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm coming from where all I heard is, I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover. And I'm like, all right.
What do I do with this
What do we do?
information?
Yeah, what am I telling my daughter, get some get read up on these guys?
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not, right? But so for people who said, I can see it, what the influence he had in the culture, because I've seen a lot of people are like, he the videos now, which is the new era, people are like, well, when he comes back to the clubs,
Yeah.
we ain't gotta wait for 17 guys to buy 2 bottles. Everybody's getting paid tonight because Meech is buying all the bottles.
He's buying
Right?
it
Bottles
out.
are getting sold.
Yeah.
We're getting a paycheck at the end of the night. Tips are getting
Fair.
thrown out. So I think what they were saying, that he was more in a Santa Claus aspect of it, where once he comes around, like you said, we're all getting fed.
Everyone's getting blessed at the end
That's
of the day,
crazy.
right? Now, with him coming back, I think it's like Bobby Shmurda times a million. I can only compare it to Bobby Shmurda returning as far as people who have done like a somewhat lengthy prison sentence and
Yeah.
came back to a lot of love,
Yeah.
a lot of support,
Yeah.
and kind of picked up where they left off. Now, Bobby went down for 7. Meech has been gone for 20, bro. And that's crazy to think. Like
But
this guy,
I still think he's up to speed.
yeah, he's got to be.
I
He's
still
got to
think
be.
he's up to
He's
speed.
relevant all
Once he
throughout
has
this time,
internet,
right?
YouTube, and TV, and just the news and shit, like
And
there's a lot of people can see what's going on.
and he's not a rapper. He's like
Yeah.
not necessarily a celebrity.
Personality.
Wasn't. He was,
Yeah.
yeah, like going in, he wanted it
His
low key,
adjustment might
right?
be a little bit more easier.
I think
Somebody
he's gonna
said,
get so much love.
yo, his halfway house experience probably the best thing ever.
He's in Miami.
People who live out in the real world will probably want to have
What he's got on that little halfway house. Facts.
Ooh.
Facts. Him and his bro,
Right.
so him and his brother, and that's
Imagine
like,
just chilling playing Street Fighter with your cousins, bro.
yo, but imagine being gone for 20 years and then coming out and being like, yo, I just want to go play Street Fighter
With
with
my
Usain
cousin.
like we
Yeah,
used to.
just chill. Let's
Yo,
get some food,
God, please,
right?
yo,
Yeah,
please, let's
and
get
just
some
go for a
fucking,
drive.
that's it.
Yeah, not saying that I know this. A lot of
100%.
people that I know they just said a lot of for them is just drive. Just drive around and just be like, oh yo, I remember here. Say yeah, it's the Walmart. That's the Blockbuster's gone now, bro.
Right?
It's a condo now.
I got to catch you up on a couple
Yeah,
things. We got to get
let's
you up
go
to
to your old
speed.
school. Yeah,
Let's
let's
teach you
talk.
about gentrification. So his
Oh
bro got
man,
released too. So Meech is doing a like a not a halfway, yeah, kind of a halfway house in Miami, and his bro is doing a halfway house in Detroit. Why his brother went to Detroit and Meech went to Miami, I do not know. I'm not exactly sure why they did what they did there.
maybe one person wants to go home.
Maybe close to family,
Closer. Yeah,
possibly.
yeah.
And Meech said, "Yo, I just want to be back in the
I
lifetime,
want the
right?
sun, yo.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
see what
it."
my mind looks like. Go get
Meech,
some
I don't know
crypto.
what money he's coming back to, but I know that he's gonna be
I
sick.
thought about it.
Yeah, he's got to be sick, you
Even if he doesn't have anything buried, someone's gonna come out of the woodwork and it's like, bro,
You held me
you
down.
gave me, I made 500K because of you back in the day.
Right.
I was happy to quadruple
I'm
that.
indebted to you.
And here you, yeah, I could see a lot of that happening.
Yeah.
Okay, could you imagine, bro?
I just think, man, this guy.
What happened to all the crackheads I gave money to? You guys clear your life up and just come back.
What do
just,
you got on the
like,
up?
yeah. I saw this chick today on it, that she owns $1 billion company, and she spent like maybe 3 million a day, and she has an albino kangaroo, and she
Yeah,
sleeps with a capybara in pajamas. Now I said in disgust, Craig, in pure hatred and just loathing for humanity, I said, I did not know I needed an albino kangaroo until I saw this motherfucker, bro. Craig, he was a little dude. Imagine when he grows big a little bit.
Yeah.
Chilling.
That's how.
And a kangaroo can throw some. You could
Mean
pull up in the
hands. Some mean hands.
pit bull is getting rocked and
Like, imagine what it's like spending 20 years, though. 20
Yeah.
years behind bars, right? And you're like,
I still think he had. I know what you're saying. No matter, even if you had your comforts and you had all the best like things to ease your.
not
It's
the
still
same.
4 walls. You don't smell the air. You don't feel the grass. Interact with the human beings that
Right.
you love. Yeah.
Right. Now, you've spent this whole 2 decades behind bars, man. Like, You come out, you go in 2005. I'm trying to think of something that's out in 2005.
Fuck, they
I guess the
killed.
first iPhone
Sorry,
as an example.
this reminded me they killed a dude like about a couple, like a 2 weeks ago, man. That was they where they his murder case where it's like even every nothing worked, nothing made sense that he shouldn't get charged for this case of this murder.
Really?
And even all the judges were there, but there's this one guy, this one governor that he's notorious for saying no.
So he's just like, I don't give a fuck what the fuck says.
Yeah. Sorry, as a side note, because
I
I
don't
think
like his
I
face.
had this down to bring this in. I might have to check the episodes in case I touched it, but I have the stuff written down where it's just the case was everything was like, bro, this guy's innocent,
God damn.
and they kill this man.
They still threw him under the
They
jail.
still kill this man, bro.
Oh man, that's
And
pretty
that's been happening a lot lately, where a lot of cases where even Kim Kardashian got involved, where a lot of surprisingly she's like the thing now.
Yeah,
where
she's like the face of
even
called pardons and like
yeah,
getting people
even
out. Meek was doing the same
the
thing.
Dahmer boys.
They're trying to get them.
Yeah. And I hear that's a crazy one thing with people in culture where you put a TV show on something, I think that's the only way you can get people's attention now. They
Right.
make a documentary
Was it
or
to
make
a murder?
make a movie about people of different sexualities having sex. People don't like straight sex movies anymore. It's not fun.
Can we not just have straight sex?
No,
Not
you're
even
not
in a
allowed.
judgmental
You're a
way?
bigot. You should shut up, Craig. Yeah, go away. Go in the corner and have your straight sex.
Game of Thrones had a lot of flaccid penises. I not watched it for that reason. I'm just saying.
And I dodged when I saw the first one. I'm like,
Like, dragons?
okay, let's
Flaccid
be.
dicks.
So we have to talk right now. We're doing this.
Let's do it.
Yeah, from jail, straight from jail talk.
Okay.
As a man, when you see the dick on TV,
Yeah.
what is your first response, Craig? Be honest with me. I'm no judging.
It doesn't add to the story for me.
Okay.
It doesn't
okay.
add to. There's no sex appeal with a dick.
I'm more like,
Deal with that,
I
bro.
wonder if girls are like that when they see.
I think if anything, like, yo, real shit.
I know my girls like.
I think if they were to preview the dudes, like if you see, remember 8 Mile when you saw Eminem's ass, for instance, like, and okay, yeah,
Something my
I know it
brain
just sits in
probably
your
had.
memory,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
Craig.
it just sits
Yeah,
there.
good. I don't take back that comment. I
But
said
as
at
an
the beginning of the
example,
show.
like highly sought after male celebrities, they would do the booty phase, right?
Oh, okay. They didn't want to see a Brad chick
You know what I
or
mean?
something, right? Okay,
Right?
okay. What was it? That was in Troy.
I feel like the girls growing crazy on those. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay,
But now
okay.
turn Brad Pitt or Ben Affleck around and just have a flaccid dick.
Bro, I was watching Challengers with Zendaya, and Zendaya is like just making these guys turn each other out.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, she's just trolling them to fuck each other and then have this weird love relationship. It's weird.
No. Fuck.
Yeah, that throuple thing is cool, right? Or whatever it is. Money plot or polyamorous relationship where you have like three people.
Multiple partners.
Yeah, whatever, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, that movie was there, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh, men's shower section, right?
Yeah.
Locker room. I'm like, okay, cool. First corner, Camp Dick comes swinging around the corner. Every time,
bro,
I'm always like, man,
Yeah,
it's just for me. It's just like, we could assume they're all naked in there.
yeah,
Right.
You didn't need that vivid photo right there.
I'm
that
fine if they
candid
do it with
shot.
the women as well, where it's like, okay, just the top half for all sexes or whatever. We don't always. Sometimes the nudity, it's just like.
I feel like there's more sex appeal in the female actresses and seeing them in a nude scene if it's done tastefully.
Where it's just barely where she got the sheet in the hand.
There's lots of
knew what's going on.
There's lots of pervs out there that want to see so and so
plastic penises.
No, but not even that. Like, you take like a popular female actress and they just want to see her get fucking railed. Like, it just turns hardcore.
Every time we see a dick on TV is crazy, right? But we don't wild out when it's porn because it's different then. Yeah.
The thing is, you have to boil down acting to art, right? So if we're looking at the script writing, the directing, all of the stuff that encompasses a good movie. So, okay, Joker 2. Let's just use this as an example, right?
Okay.
Joaquin Phoenix, right? So, okay, you have your regular movie and Joker 2 didn't do so well.
Yeah.
Okay, so insert scene where Joaquin Phoenix just has a flaccid dick. Does he up the ratings?
Did he?
No, he wouldn't. And
did he?
He did.
Okay.
And would he? No.
I saw him. He was in Boxers, the first one, and even that was traumatizing.
Now, show me Lady Gaga's tits.
I'm
Ratings go up, bro.
I don't know. I'm
Ratings
not
go up.
Let's.
I'll be biased on this. You don't worry. I will take
Craig
all the
want to see
heat
Lady
on this
Gaga's
one.
titties so bad. I'm
If
not
Lady
bad.
Gaga shows her tits, the ratings go up. Just saying. Joaquin Phoenix, flaccid dick, ratings not affected.
You saying that's what it lost? That's where they lost.
If I was the writer,
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But okay, when it
Okay.
comes down to it, like there is no cinematic effect, there is no artistic expression in a flaccid dick.
Okay,
There's
that's
not.
true.
There's just none. Like titties have an artistic like ooh, it's a ooh la la, you know
Okay,
what
stay
I'm saying?
there. Okay, I
You
got
know,
next one for you.
maybe you take a little, you know.
These guys are big fan, eh? I'm gonna get you a half naked Lady Gaga and bring it to the house. Chicks, but what's up with that?
I just picked the movie, all
Yeah.
right? Don't try and pinpoint me
Yeah,
on
you
this
want
one.
this movie to do
You brought this
that
up.
movie's tanking. That movie's going.
It was
It's
ass.
up there to be like some of the worst movie in history.
I
Doesn't
fell
my
asleep, bro. It
mind
was
doesn't
bad.
boggles me, right?
I
But
fell asleep. It was
we'll
bad.
stick with art, right? I'm gonna laugh a little bit here, right? It turns out that Bath and Body Works is facing backlash because they launched a candle. I think it's called like Snow Night or something, or
Okay.
Snowed In. Um, and the candle decoration looks like KKK hoods.
No.
People, so
But there's supposed to be trees.
I'm
There's
gonna
snow covered
you
trees.
can do no. I'm
Oh
showing
fuck,
Craig
that's
right.
bad.
I'm showing Craig
Oh,
right
that's
now.
really bad. What?
So it's
Oh,
snowed
somebody's
in,
fired.
snowed in,
Somebody's
snowed in.
fired, fam.
You could have put Jon Snow on there. You could put a man holding an axe in the wood.
They
You could have put
seriously,
snowflakes.
that's a real candle.
That's a real candle.
Yeah, that's bad.
Craig, if I see you have this in your house, I'm wilding.
Are the wicks crosses? The candle wicks like a fucking cross. Like
I don't want to go into that, dude.
that's
Maybe
bad.
that's okay. So you're
No.
thinking they're not. That shouldn't be what they're getting canceled for. But yeah, that's also a
Mhm.
thing. And rumor has it, I hear candles are not that good for you. I'm just saying.
That's fine. I'm cool with that.
They said there's some things when the candles burn and you breathe in, which I just got.
Yeah, of course.
I got a sick candle with rocks in it and a wick made of like wood.
That's a wooden wick. Yeah, I know those ones. I like
I don't
that.
even know if the wick is the one that's smelling good and the rocks they stay hot after
Can't
a
have
while.
anything nice.
So they keep the candle warm. So
Yeah.
it keeps it aromatic for a longer time. Yeah. So
Yo, that candle's foul.
you're seeing it, it's canceled,
That's
right?
foul. People, for those of you that cannot see what we're looking at right now,
Yeah.
they are leaf-shaped
It's like what you did at
faces.
when in Christmas time when you cut things out with scissors, paper mache, and you
Right.
cut and you open it up and it should be like a snowflake.
But that
But
one didn't turn out how they planned it.
you see KKK, that's
Yeah,
it's up there.
100%. 100%. Yeah, no, that's a racist ass candle.
And it's
No,
it's also a
10 out of
white
10 would not
candle and
recommend.
it's called snowed in, which you can't pick a generic snowflake.
Yeah, you could have showed anything. You could have done anything in that case.
A white
there.
wind.
Anything.
Yeah.
Literally, no. You didn't have
A
to be
sheet.
Christmas
It
related.
could have been linen.
Facts. And you would have got away with it. That y'all fucked up. Your marketing team, you're fired. You're gone.
Okay. All right. You know who else fucked up? There is a young lady in Florida. I just let me take a step back here. I'm getting all the data now that Florida is going back to normal.
Good.
I got a video of a guy just pulling up at a sidewalk.
With an alligator.
Actually, he threw his fishing rod out the window, and he caught a fish in like a little pond. And he pulled it right in. What's even more scary, when he pulled the fish in, I could see the passenger seat is filled with fishing rods. So he's been doing this.
He's on his game.
He's been doing this, right? So Florida's coming back. So a young lady in Florida has been charged for murder because she played a hide and seek with her husband. And he ended up in a suitcase and she filmed him while he begged for help and he suffocated. And she just laughed. And
This ain't the first either. Hey, this
And-
is like
right.
this has happened before.
Her exact words were, "That's what you get for cheating on me. Now you know what it feels like." While he's not, I didn't think from the video, it doesn't sound like she is openly like trying to kill this guy. She's just a
Trying to prove a point.
She's just a woman from Florida,
And she just took it too far.
and yeah,
naturally.
So keep in mind, keep your kink games in check, boys and girls. We don't kink shame here
No.
in Hidden Six. In fact, we
But
encourage it.
infidelity is not a popular.
Not worth dying over.
It's not worth dying over.
Okay,
Yeah, infidelity is probably not a kink.
good.
I
Now-
don't think you could class that.
He is
I
going
don't
to
think
jail
anyone's safe from
because
that.
she filmed him dying,
God,
right?
damn.
As he's in the suitcase and he's like, "Bitch, I can't fucking breathe." See, that makes it even worse. He's not even being nice. He's screaming at her.
Abusive
And she's
both
like,
sides.
"That's what you get."
Oh,
yeah,
my
right? So it's just two really stupid people. Stupid is what stupid does. Now, you said that. We brought up cheating now. I got another one for you. Listen to my island radio station. There's someone called in. This guy's like, "Yo, listen, man. I cheated on my wife. Not my wife, my girl. Right? I cheated on my girl. I feel really bad. Ladies, guy guilt is a thing. I don't know about girl guilt. Guy guilt is a thing. If you got close to mess around, maybe kiss somebody or something, and you
If
know
you
that guilt.
overstepped a
Yeah,
boundary.
if you overstep that guilt,
Yeah.
it's serious, right?
Yeah.
It's intense. Depends on yeah. So I get where homeboy is coming from. He said, you know what? He told his girl. She's like, bro, I'm gonna forgive you. Take some time. Homeboy's like, good. I got a plan. So he's been on his listen. It's terrible because when women get this treatment or whoever significant other gets this treatment,
Yeah.
it's so good to get all this treatment, but it's bad timing. My energy's not in it. You cheated on me.
Yeah.
You're buying all the dinners now.
It's not a good
We're
look.
always going out. You're buying me clothes. Yeah, it's just you're so sweet to me with my heartache here
All because you done fucked up.
because you done fucked up. So now she's like, yo, I got something to tell you. She's like, yo, because she already told him that she'll forgive him for his missteps.
Okay.
She's like, yo, I cheated. Would you forgive me? She's now saying she's confessing that she's cheated.
The same couple.
Same couple that she's
my.
cheated. Would you forgive me?
And what do you
he's-
say? Hell.
Hell no.
The pettiness came out.
Hell no. And I thought about it. I'm like, okay, forget him.
Yeah.
Forget him.
Yeah.
My thing was, I said, she's probably lying.
Just
Give him an
reaction.
extra jab.
Yeah.
Just to be like, bro, you've really burnt me.
Right.
I think he's lying, right? But then my cousin's like, hell no. She had somebody lined up already. And I thought about it, I'm like, the work husband, work wifey thing is a real phenomenon, ladies and gentlemen. When Chad is always getting your girl that coffee that she likes, and they watch that same stupid show and they talk about it, and she gets to tell him, or when you piss her off and you forget to do that thing or you did that thing she hates,
Yeah.
there's always a guy lurking to that. You think she cheated, Craig, or you think she's pulling a bluff here?
I think it's a bluff.
You think it's a bluff?
Yeah.
See?
I think it's
There
a
you
test
go.
of faith right there.
Oh.
That's not the way to go about it. That is a terrible way to go
Yeah.
about it.
Which girls don't know guy math. They don't know about guy math.
They don't know.
They don't know about man maths.
Not
Man maths. When the man maths is mathsing, the man maths goes. I know everybody's gonna be mad here. Just hear me out. Be mad, it's fine. When a guy sleeps with 5 girls, it's completely different in our brains.
Then if you went out and got fucking coffee with
That-
the next man.
And just Craig, I don't even talk about sleeping with 5 guys. Right? Imagine it's way different from when a woman slept with 5 men.
Right.
Even if I slept with 5 girls in the same night, society will look at it completely and you're like, well, that's not fair. I'm like, well, I know that. I'm just telling you what it is.
Yes.
Compared to if you've done it. It's your body, it's your right, whatever.
100%. But
An
like
eyebrow.
society.
It's just society is society.
Yeah.
Right,
They judge
right?
things on a different scale. Let's put it that way.
Right. So her cheating, it takes a lot more. I
Yeah.
think I always wondered of Craig, have you revenge cheated before?
No.
Okay, I don't think I have it in me either because I don't. Is it even different from man? Or when a woman revenge, there's a lot going through. You're opening yourself up to some Dusty, to Kevin, who I hate. Don't give the dude that I hate or knows me.
So I think that's like the double standard right there that you've pointed out is that I think most people assume for the woman there's an emotional investment that you take away from the man. Whereas on the flip side, the man for the most part has less emotional attachment and is more acting off of instinct. I think that's how society views it.
Yeah.
Is that you essentially you didn't think with your head that time, Zane. You know what I mean? Yeah, we didn't think with our head. We didn't
Never
think
heard
right
that before.
right? Whereas for the female, we feel like it was more calculated, it was more plotted, there was a lot more
But when
behind it.
but it's a different brain to actually said, okay, I'm gonna go meet Mr. Shades
Right.
and have him blow my back out. It is I hope you're good.
That would hurt so much.
But then
more
that's
for Shakes. Yeah, I'm telling you right now.
See,
I'm telling you right
Craig's ready to throw some shit right now.
Your name right there. You tell
I'm just saying that because it's like it for your partner to surrender themselves physically to somebody to do these things to them, and the dude's not like, I will gently defile your flower.
Not
No.
at all.
He's going crazy, right? I heard this guy. I
Oh
heard
man,
somebody say, "Yo, just missionary, no backshot. Don't give it. It's man brain.
nah,
It's so wildly wired. Now, does that mean you probably liked dude all the time?
no.
Maybe because did she enjoy it?
Yeah, there's got to be a level of attraction in order to pull it off, right?
Okay. You're saying it's more devious when it's just some random dude,
Well, yeah,
which those does happen.
as a
I
guy,
went to the club and got drunk, and I just picked a guy and fucked him.
that's it. As a guy, you do have that other judgment side of you where you look at the opponent, you know what I mean? Where you
Yeah.
look at the one that you fought off, right? So if they hit, you know,
Mm-mm-mm.
I don't know how to describe it, but if they hit something that you're like, yeah, all right, I get it, I get it.
Yeah.
Or versus, yo, you that
Oh no,
if
no. Okay,
you
hold
know
on.
that if you rank yourself, Zane. Don't get me wrong, you rank
Okay,
yourself. So if you
no,
had Zane point two
you fuck.
and he had Zane point two, you'd be like, you know what?
Okay, sorry, me and your brain. There's
Not
no
the
way.
same.
No, I'm never okay with who it is. Even if it's like, yo, it was Jay-Z. I'm like, yo, Jigga, like my goat, my idol.
It's not about
I
forgiveness,
would
Zane.
never be cool.
It's not
I
about
would never be cool because
forgiveness.
I would just be like, oh my God.
This doesn't factor into you forgiving the person. This just
Okay.
factors into how it
Me
hits your
dealing, how
ego,
it
your
hit me.
pride.
Okay.
That's how it factors in, right? When she goes hits a bum, you're like, God damn, bro.
No, me, it's a physical, bro.
Yeah, it's
It's
already
like
just thrown away.
you just did he like chew on your neck? Did he suck some nipples, finger in the butt? Like, what are we talking about here, Craig?
What actually happened?
Yeah. Did you cheat or did you guys make love and fucked, right?
Like
Or it's
females,
crazy.
females know they're better. Like this is super misogynistic to say, but females know they're better. Meaning like if
I'm
my
fine
king
with that.
chose me,
I'm 100% fine. I want the woman to think like
if
that.
I chose you as an example and then I went and blew it and threw it away on something that wasn't worth it, they know what they put in. That woman knows the value that she brings to the relationship.
Yeah.
And she knows that girl's just a thotty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now there's like a fork in that road where some just go, yeah, my man went and got his rocks off. He's off the leash. You know what I mean?
I think it's worse for girls too if it's somebody they know.
Yeah, that usually
Because
hurts a little bit.
women get a little catty
That
there.
usually hurts
It's
a
a
little bit.
badge on her thing where a guy would be like, yo, keep it low. This dude might kill me.
For
If
for a guy,
I blow my brains out if
for a
we do.
guy, it's straight a shot to your pride more than anything. And I'm not saying it's not for women because I can't speak on that. But as a guy, when you get cheated on, you the who is just as important as the what. You know what I mean?
What do you want to know?
Yeah, of course. Of course you'd want to know.
I've heard some cases where the girls are like, tell me everything. I don't know if that tell me everything line is to torture you.
Oh fuck.
Because we know we're gonna lie. Babe, I'm not telling you everything.
Yeah.
I might throw a 1-2 to make you gas.
You're getting the
You know,
vanilla
you know you're
version.
crying and you peek through your eyes, you peek through your hands. I'm gonna drop a 1-2 to be like, oh, and did she? Yeah, you know, but it was nothing crazy. Like we didn't do it for long.
That's it. That's it. But I feel like personally, for most males, you're not going to have as much of a emotional attachment to the story as you would with a female. The female, like you said, is the killer because it's the build up. It's the yo, so and so bought me coffee. This
Yeah.
guy tried to me. He treated me nice. You haven't taken me out once. You don't
See,
show
with
me
us, even with us, we're not believing it.
You don't
You're
think
not
so?
believing it.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, she's up in your face. Yeah, that, I'm like, yeah, you're trying to get me mad.
You're trying to get me riled.
Yeah, I don't.
Well,
Yeah, you really. I don't really see you doing it. I know you. You're my girl. Imagine you're hitting it with all this. Like you
Oh.
have class. Like
You
you're way
wouldn't do
better
that.
than this. Yeah, you
Nah.
never.
You're
What would your mom say?
gaslighting, bro. You're gaslighting. Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not gaslighting.
That's
You're letting the girl know,
gaslighting.
say, yo, I'm with you because you're not as trash as me. So
I
for
picked
you to
because
say,
you wouldn't do this.
you made me better. You're helping me. So for you to be my muse, to be my everything, and to go to Kevin because you're mad. If you're mad, yo, kick me out.
Yeah.
Put me in a doghouse for months. Let
Yeah.
me earn back your shit. Don't get rid of me though, but don't go over there because even so, maybe both ways. When the person goes to somebody else, you're like, yo, was there a connection? Do you want to go back?
Right.
Was it nice over there?
I don't know about that, man.
Was the experience with the person really that pleasant where you really feel like
I feel like that's on our side of things. I feel like that's
Like-
on the male perspective more than anything.
oh, the girls are thinking about the like What do you mean?
I feel that the male perspective is thinking about like what's the connection between the two, right? Like what are the odds of this happening again? What are the odds she's going to leave me and make this a
Yeah,
permanent
I think
thing?
that's fair for everybody though, because you're trying to map out like, is this threat ongoing?
Where I feel like the female side looks at it like not a threat to the household, not a threat to what
You did this to
you people.
me.
Yeah,
It's
not a threat
personal.
like that. It's more just like you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You're an
And
idiot.
no, yeah, they cuss me. Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I
Get your shit
mean?
off.
That's
Yes, yes,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. Whereas the guy can get cut a little deeper, and it comes more to like you said, the who,
Yeah.
what surrounded the circumstances, that kind of
I
stuff.
think it depends on your relationship too, even before these acts happen. Like how what boundaries you guys set up, what morals you guys have.
Before you
Because
even get
yeah,
into
before
it.
something happened, because then you're like, if you're married, it makes a difference,
Yeah.
I think. Versus when you're just dating after 6 months and then dating after a year. It's
Yeah.
different when you're together for 10 years. It's different when you have kids
Oh, that's huge.
involved.
That's big.
right. When there's different situations like that, right?
There's a lot more on the table.
When there's
right?
animosity, because imagine that's an opening to, well, I got pregnant and I didn't get to do what I had to drop out of college because I got pregnant. So
Right.
now I'm home taking care of these kids and you're gonna do whatever you want.
Right.
Right? There are all
Right.
these different things there. When he's like, well, you got pregnant and then I couldn't go play ball and go do this. So now I'm just miserable and unhappy because whenever I come home, you smell like baby food.
Yeah.
And the kids are always here. And
There's
this is the thing.
a
And yeah, there's oh my goodness, man. In closing.
that's a mind fuck of a roller coaster right there.
Yeah.
You could ask probably 100 different
Just-
people and
that's-
maybe get 100 different responses.
My
there.
brain, the scenario, as you soon as you start talking about the scenario, opens up more and more because I always feel I can't not ignore other factors. Maybe
Yeah.
that's making excuses. Which, speaking of excuses, sorry, before we go, Craig, I said I've been reading this book, The Mountain Is You, and just trying to better myself in little ways. Remember, I told you I didn't cancel my Audible account
Right.
because I didn't cancel my Audible account.
So
So
you
because I
feel like,
didn't
I gotta
cancel,
get use out of it.
I'm getting some use out of it. So there's a lot
Good
of
for you.
a couple audiobooks I'm gonna go into. Just things that you can try to motivate yourself. There's one I'm looking at for better habits right now. Just a little micro improvements within my life to make decisions on bigger, better habits. Because I'm scared to tackle some of my big, darker demons.
Those can be
So
tough, man.
yeah,
Those
so
can
I
be tough.
figured I'm gonna try to do a little pussyfooting approach to doing organizing even more. Which I don't know. Everybody thinks I'm crazy already. So if I tighten up, it's just weird. Maybe I should just quit.
Yo,
yeah,
they
just
come in and just be cool, calm, and collected. I would be like,
wearing gloves.
you okay right now? You had a normal day? What?
Yeah, that was like,
Everything
oh,
good?
that's funny when I said that. When I think I woke up one morning, I'm like, yo, I woke up with a smile on my face. Something's wrong. I said, I'm right. These guys start laughing. Like, you're mad because you're happy? I'm like,
Yeah, you're damn right.
you should be warned. They put some money on it. Whenever I make a bet, they don't want it. But Craig, listen, we're here to talk shit about the world, laugh about the world.
Facts.
Yeah, yeah.
Facts. We got to bring a little light into this.
I think we had a good one today. What did we learn? We learned we need better hot dog buns.
Yeah, facts. Like you guys need to fix up right
The
away.
buns, the dogs can be trash.
No,
but
right away.
The buns are okay. You might just get away with
Yeah,
it.
right away. That immediate fix right there.
Right?
Yeah. I'm advocating for that one. I'm on board.
Trudeau might have to put on the boxing gloves in real life.
It's election day at the end of the day, so like now's the time where a lot of the fucking slander and a lot of the craziness coming out.
Yeah.
I would definitely like to see like candidates duke it out to see who really wants it
I
more.
can't wait.
Like I'd see a 10 round.
telling you.
Yeah, give me a 10 round Paul Revere. It has to be fair though. That's the part.
You know what's gonna happen? There's I don't want to say the name because we're not sponsoring them, but there's a company that take bets on like elections.
On who's gonna win?
Yeah, and like even different point spread within the election, little municipality stuff.
Okay.
Like,
So it doesn't have to just be the end.
Yeah, you can get a win anywhere.
How many seats?
Bro, they're
Majority,
starting to
minority.
I'm telling them, they might start betting on like if certain trains it's like some of the bets they have.
Are way out there.
It's
Prop betting.
and yeah, not just would the geese migrate this year? How much more hurricanes would we get?
How many A's?
Yeah.
In one speech. I'm gonna advocate on this and say nay to flaccid dicks in film. I think
Okay.
it's time to get rid of that.
Yeah, we could be more highbrow than that, right?
Allow
It's
the guy.
low hanging fruit.
Allow the guy. Yeah, no pun intended. Allow for a little guy butt here and there.
Wait, what?
Titties, yay, all the time. They are always welcome in my films. Um,
We have Gaga's titties replace all TVs in
yeah,
film.
like if I have to have a trade off, give me no flaccid dicks, give me no bush. That's fine.
Mm,
That's fine. Give me titties. Give me a little, give the girls a little backside from whoever their favorite guy is. That's fine. No
yeah.
problem there. Um, when it comes down to infidelity and how you deal with your spouse, always be open in communications. Know what each other wants before you get into something.
Yeah, don't be in, don't be dead. Yeah,
Be
yeah.
willing to forgive as mistakes do get made.
And be open
Yeah, that's a tough
because
one right
sometimes too,
there.
when your partner's like,
That's a tough one
now
right there.
granted, if my chick's like, yo, I want to see someone run a train on you, I'm like, babe, listen, it ain't gonna work, babe.
It's
Come
not
on.
happening.
Yeah, but there's certain one thing I've learned in relationships, Craig. There's always a good middle ground where everybody can get a little bit of something that they
For sure.
want. We can.
For
It's
sure.
all about compromise and trade.
For sure.
We can make a good trade. And hey, shout out for you to being a laundry king. I learned today that Craig's. That's a next. We'll go. That's next episode. I'll save that. That's gonna be my listen.
It's just
Next
going to be a
episode.
20-minute breakdown
What?
of what
I've
cycle I
learned
set,
so.
how I
Listen,
do my laundry.
one thing I love is when I think I know Craig, and then I realize I don't know Craig. It makes me feel so insignificant as a human being within his life. But I love it because he's an onion. He's an onion, and I
Big
love it.
Meech is home.
Mm-hmm.
I think he gets the flowers that he deserves. I think he held it down. There's a lot of negative that comes with that. There's a lot of things that happen in his past. Maybe he's trying to change. Maybe we should offer that opportunity
I
for
would be
someone to change
interested
their
to see
strokes.
whatever interview he gets. I want to see who's vying for that interview.
I don't think he just
If he's Ghost of Vlad, are we done?
he's going to
Shannon,
where does Big Meech land on that? He's got to be Vlad. I think if he went to no
Can
jumper,
I
I'd
was
be
about to
upset.
I was about
Yeah,
to
if the
say
no jumper thing, I probably wouldn't want it. But give me a Vlad interview. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. I think that not once in his career has he glorified. Like I don't see many drug dealers that glorify what they've done to their community. That's a very rare thing.
they never focus on that.
Very rare.
Okay,
Very
fair
rare.
enough. Fair enough.
So if we take that part out of the equation, Meech comes home, everybody celebrates,
Yeah.
right? He's solidified himself in that book, right? Um, Halloween is just around the corner, everybody. I want y'all to be safe out there. I'm a little hesitant on handing out candy and stuff like that because I feel like most parents now are more inclined to buy their own candy, dash out what I give out, and then give their kid from, directly from the
Correct.
source.
You're not buying chump candy. You'll never do that to these kids.
I would never.
You're not giving those rave beaded necklaces.
Never.
Nothing with chalk.
Never.
Maybe a taffy or two, just to like give them the old school classic. It's a classic.
Sure.
It's a classic, but it's strictly M&Ms, Reese's Pieces,
Facts.
Snickers,
Smarties, Kit
Yeah.
Kats, the whole bit, right?
maybe that what's that, Coffee Crisp? I hate Coffee Crisp.
You don't like a coffee
I
crisp?
don't like the
I
Coffee
like
Crisp,
coffee
but
crisp,
we'll,
bro.
we'll throw a Coffee Crisp in there too.
I'm just more like with the candy I've bought, should I just eat it?
No, what I do, I take a bag of needles. Listen. Oh, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh my God.
what episode has this been, Craig?
75.
75 in the bag.
Oh, listen,
Thank you all for being here.
it's always a pleasure having y'all around the round table, which may or may not be round depending on where you're sitting right now. But it's a discussion that's always open. I encourage y'all to ask questions. I encourage y'all to want more. Don't let the robots take us over. See, episodes like this
Just
is
yet.
exactly how we stay ahead. They can't
Yeah.
see our next thought. There's no way that Elon knows what the fuck's going on.
If
Even
a
with
girl cheats on you
Neuralink,
with a robot, you're a loser.
fucked it up. You can find us on all streaming platforms at The Hidden Six, HIDDENSIX, at The Hidden Six. Tell a friend, tell a fam. We'll see you on the next episode.
Peace.
Peace.